because right now we do this each and every week, Chris. It's one of our favorite segments. Am I right?
Absolutely.
What is it?
It's fresh.
From the comic shop. Live from the pressing salon. That's right. Each and every week, we pick out 5 of our fresh gets, right? 5 of our fresh gets to share with you. They could be brand new from the local comic shop. They could be mail calls. They could be AOKs, what have you. If they're new in your collection, we share them with you. And your collection too, because each and every week, you guys tag us. You guys tag us at Comic Book Canon on Instagram to show us what you got. And we have a ton to share with you of people that shared with us. So let's just get to it. We always start off with our guest co-host. They always go first. So Dom, you're starting us off with your first fresh get of the week. What do you got?
Okay, so this is interesting. I'm showing you this for a couple reasons. One, I think the cover is really cool. But 2, there's a little story behind it, which is kind of funny, which talks about how to be nice to your local comic shop owner and some of the things that you could get as a result of this. So as you can see here, I love this cover with Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of big pimping it right there. Looks really cool with the fur jacket on and everything. He's in his throne. I love it. Now this is from last month. This is March, number 10. But so I was in there just yesterday actually, and the comic book store owner, he's like, so you know, you're interested in this? I'm like, yeah. So he goes, okay. He goes, you know, you can have it. So I'm like, okay, great. So he goes, and you know what? He goes, you could also have this one. He goes, you could have this one. You could have this one.
Oh my God.
You could have this one. 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 And you could have this one for $1 each. $1.
Wow.
They have $5 cover prices. Now, why do you do that for me? One, I'm a consistent customer. I go there every month and I spend money in his shop to support him. Number 2, I know what he likes as far as like snacks and drinks. He loves any kind of gummy bear thing or like this or anything with like Chex Mix, and he loves things with like mango in it, like mango drinks. So when I go in there, I usually bring him some kind of mango drink and some kind of snack that's related to what he likes. And, you know, every once in a while, I do it to be nice, but also he throws in like, you know, nice deals every time for me. So, you know, he doesn't say that's why he does it, but I know he appreciates it. And so I'm just saying, you know, throwing a little extra there to your LCS owner, and you never know what can happen, folks.
I mean, yeah. What issue number is that? I'm sorry.
10.
Number 10. Is that the first appearance of his shark friend or whatever?
I mean, he's on there. I don't know if it's the first appearance of the show.
Okay, that's incredible. That's always. I mean, honestly, if you have a good rapport with your comic book shop owner, it's not just nice to have somebody to talk to and go in. And my comic book shop owner hooks me up too, because we have a friendly rapport. You know, we don't hang out obviously during a pandemic, but I always enjoy going in there knowing I'm going to have a great conversation. So, you know, just talk to them, guys. Talk to them. I'm sure they see a lot of shit each and every day from shitty collectors as well, and just be a good collector and be friends. And I mean,
listen, right. And for those who are out there treasure hunting and you want to find some stuff to sell, when I first started going to that shop, I went there as a collector who was buying stuff for my collection. But it eventually turned into, when he knew I was doing stuff for a business, it turned into, hey, we can make some wholesale deals every once in a while. If you like deals and back issues, not just new stuff. And so we also have that relationship. So you could build that up depending on the store.
Absolutely. It's always just nice to be friends with them as well. And they can sometimes help you out, but that's not the reason to be friends with them. Just be a nice person. Be a nice person. But speaking of nice people, you guys have been nice people, sending us your fresh gets as well. What do we got here? We got a first entry here from, his name is Non-Mutant Hero. He got a Captain America number 307, and he just learned that he could tag at Comic Book Canon to share the fresh finds. He says, let's do this, not confirmed, but if true, this would be awesome. Madcap. This is the first appearance of Madcap, and there are rumors that Madcap will be in Deadpool 3. I am a little skeptical on this because of where it's coming from. I think it's We Got This Covered, and always with a grain of salt. Am I right, Chris?
Yeah.
Always with a grain of salt.
Oh.
It's okay. No, we didn't see anything. But you know what? Let's just go with you next. Chris, you are up. What is your fresh get? Your first fresh get, fresh from the comic shop.
Yeah, I still plan on making a video about We Got This Covered, because the only thing they got covered is how to make good clickbait.
Exactly.
All right. So it's in a big board.
It's larger. Yeah, that's larger than normal.
Wonder what it may be. I was very happy to get this. I'm so big on this series right now. I have every print that's came out of each issue. Now I got this, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Last run at number 1, director's cut.
Nice. That's cool.
I want to send this to. I would send this to. So I haven't sent my CGC books out yet. I was supposed to send them out like 2 weeks ago. I would send this out with them, but this would be a different tier, which would mean a complete different shipping charge and all that. And it's just not worth it for me. What I might do, though, is when all the issues come out and I have the whole series, I might send them all off in one set to CGC or maybe CBCS to get graded, just because I'm freaking loving these books, man. And I love that Eastman cover right there. Just beautiful.
I'm loving the blue and the desaturated color on that. Have you been through that the director's cut?
No, I haven't opened it up yet.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten that issue. I just read number 2 a couple weeks ago. I thought it was incredible. I absolutely loved it. You know what else I'm loving is all these other people that have sent their stuff in. We got our good friend Dan De La Torre, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, number 137. This is a CGC pedigree platinum label, 9.6 white pages, Jack Kirby's story and art. Yo, Dan De La Torre is killing it with these pickups. This is another one as well. I'm loving, I feel like Kirby didn't do Superman that often, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from that cover right there. I have not seen what the guts are looking like, but that is definitely sweet. Let's do another one from you guys. Union Josh Comics, Champions number 1. This is the original Champions, not the one that they have with Miles and all the Totally Awesome Hulk. I guess his name is Braun now. So here's the first appearance of the Champions. Found this book at a great price and have always wanted this book. The team is varied with awesome characters: Angel, Black Widow, Ghost Riders, Hercules, and Iceman. That is a great pickup right there. Look at Hercules in the foreground, just ready for something. I don't know. I would not mess with him. All right, moving on. I'm going to go with my first fresh get of the week, guys. I was in Boston. Some of you know I did the show from Boston last week, and I took some time. I was up there for work, but I took some time to check out some shops. And Ryan, one of our audience members, suggested I go check out Comically Speaking in Reading, Massachusetts. I did. Very impressed with that store. It's huge back issue bins, but not only that, all the back issues are 50% off. And I know it's a marketing kind of ploy to suck you in, but I found some really good stuff there. I'm going to start off with this one right here. It was Heroes Reborn 1/2. It's a Wizard 1/2. This is the first appearance of Ricky Barnes. There's a lot of speculation behind this, as Ricky Barnes may be the main protagonist right now in Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was $5. I picked it up for $2.50, 50% off. So, I mean, it's a kind of Layfield cover, which I'm not too. I mean, I like Layfield, but his work during this time is kind of atrocious, especially that infamous Captain America cover. But anyways, I was like, why not? I just may as well pick this up for $2.50, see what happens if Ricky Barnes is a thing. There she is right there. She does become a version of Nomad, so we'll see. I don't know. Maybe that's where the series is leading. So that is my first fresh get from Reading, Massachusetts. That is Comically Speaking. Ryan, thank you so much. I spent 3 hours in that store. Not even joking. All right. So, Dom, before we get to
Only
you, we got 3? I'm sorry, what's that?
Only 3 hours? That's it.
I mean, my brother lives in the area. I wanted to see him and my niece before I left. So I don't think that would have taken too well if I said, hey, I'm going to be over after dinner. You get the drift. You get it. But anyways, all right, Dom, before we get to you, we got Coveted Comics with this sweet Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. This is the 4th printing. It's obviously the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. He got this in the mail. this week. This next one, guys, I've been on the hunt for. I've been trying to look for this one all over. I want to find it myself. I feel like it's easily attainable, but it hasn't been for me. And that is Spider-Gwen number 24, the first appearance of Gwenom. And he also got this in the mail as well. Guys, this is just a reminder. Tag us at Comic Book Cannon. We will be sharing your fresh gets each and every week on Fresh from the Comic Shop. But now we are moving to Don with his second fresh get of the week. What do you got, Don?
Well, now this one's going to be interesting, okay? So this is kind of, I think, what exemplifies some of the stuff I try to share on my channel is something that the average person would pass up on, but it has value to it because of reasons that not a lot of people know about. We call these like BOLOs, be on the lookout items. So I'm going to show this to you, and compared to that really cool Deadpool cover that I showed you, which, like I said, looks really cool, this is going to look very boring to the average person. Okay? This is very, whoops, hold on there. This is very thin, as you can see. It's a promotional item called Adventures in Leather. Now, it's in incredible condition for its age. This was actually something that was given out as a promotional handout by Tandy in 1961. Here's an important thing about this. You want to take a guess who did the uncredited artwork for this?
I mean,
can you put it up? Put it up a little more.
Did they? Ooh. That's a tough one.
Anyone in the chat want to guess?
Guys,
without looking it up.
Get your guesses in right now. Can you?
I'll open it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Moonlit Comics. She's right. This is Michelle here. She does say it looks super clean in there.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I bet you Como Comics is going to get it here. We got Neil Adams from Como Comics. We got
Como
Kirby.
Comics got it. This is uncredited artwork by Neil Adams.
Wow.
Now, this brings me. I got this the other day for $1. Okay,
$1?
$1. Now listen, because the person who sold it to me didn't just saw it as, and this is the comic owner, just saw this as just, wow,
just,
boring leather thing. So here's the thing. Okay, now this gets back to what we're talking about with eBay. Okay, if you go and you search on eBay, either right now for current listings, or if you look for prior listings, look for the comps. The one person who had that knowledge that this is a Neil Adams book, put Neil Adams in the title and sold it for over $50. $50 plus $7 shipping, or $49 plus $7 shipping. The current people have this listed do not have the name Neil Adams in there at all. And plenty of other people who have sold it for much less in the past did not have Neil Adams in there. So you might think, well, okay, well, what's that going to matter? If people type in Adventures in Leather, well, then they're going to find it. But guess what? A lot of people aren't going to type in Adventures in Leather, but they're going to type in Neil Adams comic book. And they're going to come across this. And if I'm the only one who's selling this and I have Neil Adams comic book in the title, they're only going to see my listing. They're not going to see the other Adventures in Leather one. So
there's another great tip.
Yeah.
From you, Dom. That's a great find. Where did you find that again? I'm sorry.
My local my LCS.
Oh,
same place I got the deal on the 10 Deadpools.
That looks incredible. That looks like incredible condition too.
It was. That's another tip, by the way, and a lot of people can relate to this. But when you're going through a comic box, that's something that hides in a box. That is between two bagged and boarded comic books, and probably hidden there for decades. Like no one, and preserved it, by the way, because when people flip through it, they just flip between the two bag and board tabs, and they didn't look between. So
Interesting.
You gotta look between them.
Absolutely. Always. It sometimes it's tedious, but sometimes you find gold, just like you did, Dom. That's incredible.
That's
all right.
Treasure hunting.
We got some more gold to look at here as well. We got Sleater 17. Guys, look at this.
Nice.
Look at this pickup here, guys. This is a quarter bin haul. I'm assuming he paid 20. Calling it a quarter bin would be paying 25 cents. There are 15 new Agents of Atlas, #1 here. He's got the Future Imperfect set. He's got 2 Shiri #1s. He's got also here too, guys. He's got a bunch of Meet the Skrulls, that's definitely going to be a hot series with Secret Invasion coming out from Disney Plus. Sleater17, this is the first time you've sent us anything. This is very, very impressive, and I'm glad you sent this to us. Thank you so much. That, especially the 15 new agents of Atlas, that's about to blow up, especially if there's anything going on with those characters in Shang-Chi. Forget about it. Forget about it. You found gold. Chris, what's your goal? What do you got?
All right. So I often talk about how I'm not big on variants. You know, I don't like buy exclusives or the incentives, you know, for $20, $50, $100 plus. But I am all for beautiful variants if I have other options like your cover Bs, your cover Cs that are still cover price. I actually got this from State of Comics in a final cutoff order for like $1 off. What is it, like 35% off or something like that, cover price. Dynamite, 5 of 5, Perillo. I don't even think, actually, to be, is this even I think it is a variant. I'm pretty sure it's a cover B, but just a beautiful Perillo cover. Look at that, the red sun.
That's nice.
It's hard to get the light on it, but the way that sun, and you can even see like, I'm pretty sure there's some watercolor in here, and just, as an artist, I'm sorry, I'm going into every detail and looking at this, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Just a little more light on it this way. There we go.
That is nice, man. That the detail, the realistic kind of like, it's gorgeous. That's great.
Sweet, love it.
Absolutely. That's a nice find right there. All right, we got some more finds from our audience here. We got True Believer with Planet. Okay, I have to admit, I am I'm ignorant to Planet Comics, but this is Planet Comics #1. I bet you Como Comics knows his stuff here. By Dave Stevens. It's one of the favorites of his work. True Believer says he's a big Dave Stevens fan, and he also got Venom #23, this Mark Bagley cover with you got Carnage and Venom and an Eddie Brock right there. So those are some nice pickups right there, especially that Planet Comics #1. All right, guys, this is another pickup I had at Comically Speaking, Reading, Massachusetts. They did not pay me to say that, but they had 50-cent bins, guys, and I went through all of them, and I found some really good stuff. So we know Suicide Squad's coming out by James Gunn, right? We know there's a Peacemaker series coming out on HBO Max. They're already in production with that. And we know within Peacemaker that Vigilante is going to be in that series as well. Well, for 50 cents, I found the first meeting between Peacemaker and Vigilante. This is Vigilante #36. This is a nice 80s book. It's in pretty decent condition it's in really good condition for 50 cents. I found 2 of these guys back to back. There's a little bit of spine taken. A nice press would do it good, and it'd be in some decent condition. May have some rub here and there, but I mean, this is 80s right here. Cosmic Boy, like these advertisements and stuff like that. So, and Mike Grell did the cover. Really nice find. I was very happy with this as well. By the way, these are so fresh from the comic shop. I didn't even have time to put them in bags and boards. I was very busy. Get off my back, people. I've been very, very busy. Anyways, I was very happy with this. Vigilante #36 for 50 cents. First meeting of Peacemaker and Vigilante. Looking for that. Looking forward to that show based off of that Suicide Squad trailer. Anyways, that is a fun one right there. Dom, it's going to be your turn next. We're going to get Austin Vicky Moore here because he is pumped about his Nocterra #1 Glow in the Dark books. He says, heck yes, finally they are here. Nocterra #1, the Glow in the Dark variant. Man, they are so clean. Can't wait to read it. These covers are a thing of beauty. They do look nice. I'm still waiting for mine in the mail from TFAW. Should be here probably next week. So I'm going to check those out myself. All right, Dom, what do you got? Fresh from the comic shop. This is your third pick.
My third pick. In picking this one, I had to go back to my original crush.
Here we go.
My true love. Okay. So I grew up watching the 1960s. Well, they were reruns at the time I was watching them, but the 1960s Batman show with Adam West and Burt Ward. And I was madly in love with Julie Newmar, the Catwoman. So anytime I see Catwoman stuff like this variant cover that came out, this is a Jenny Friesen variant. I love this. So I just had to pick this up with her hanging upside down. Just a really neat cover right there. So it's a cardstock variant, and I just like it for that reason, because anything Catwoman, I crack up at.
I mean, she doesn't only look amazing there, but it's the layout of the cover. And Chris, I'm not sure if you have artistic abilities, but Chris is a phenomenal artist. Chris, that's a great layout for that cover, wouldn't you say?
I would. That's why I picked up on myself. I pick up all of her stuff. I absolutely love her. I follow her on Instagram. She's very responsive to her followers, and I've talked to her about like what she uses, like what types of pencils she uses and stuff like that. Because if you look at her base pencil work, it's as an artist. How do I describe it? It's super clean and has a very she's perfected the art of realism with pencil. Like you get artists like Perillo, like I don't know what he does. Like I bet his base pencil work is very simple. Like it's an outline and then he just goes in with the watercolor or whatever he brings it into Photoshop. With Jenny, most of what builds her characters is with the pencil itself. And that's what I love about her and what I love about her art. Sorry, I went down the rabbit hole of the art there, but yeah.
We just had a live bonding moment right there, Chris. I mean, that was me. Were you gonna pick that one? Was that gonna be one of your fresh from the comic shop ones?
Honestly, no, but ironically, it was right under my fresh from the comic shop picks.
Has that happened before though, or someone is that history or no?
No, we have had fresh from the comic shop like the same finds. I think.
All right.
I think the three of us had. Yep. It was Star Wars High Republic Adventures.
High Republic. All three of us picked High Republic. Yeah.
But that was pretty cool how that happened. That doesn't count as Chris's fresh get, but that's pretty. Her covers are amazing. Art Germs is amazing as well. It's by the way, Dan De La Torre. He sees a bromance forming. I guess I'm the odd, the third wheel here. So you guys do your thing. I'll see you guys later. All right, Chris, but your fresh get is coming up next. I do believe it's your third one. But before we get into that, we have Vinny Whitlock. I like this pick, guys. Vinny Whitlock, you are consistent.
Oh, Vinny. We got with some heat.
Mail call here. Fantastic Four annual number 7. The first solo Silver Surfer story. I thought I was going to get that out, guys. The first solo Silver Surfer story. Solo Silver Surfer story. Solo. I can't say it very fast. Anyways, the first solo Silver Surfer story and first appearance of Psycho Man. Gotta love the books that double dip. Yes, absolutely. Look at this. This is just classic kind of late 60s, early 70s. Fantastic Four goodness right there. Loving that. And then why don't we just get into Matt's stash? Matt has a great one right here. This is the Submariner number 1. It ain't as he says, it ain't the best looking copy and probably an overpay at this point, but very happy to have it in the collection. This should have room to grow. However, please feel free to add this fresh from the comic shop. We absolutely did. By the way, this is a no-brainer to get. He's going to make his way into the MCU at some point, and he is going to be a major player. So not a bad pickup at all, Matt S. And guys, keep tagging us at Comic Book Canon on IG. We will be happy to share what your fresh gets are each and every week, but we're not done with this segment. No, we're not. Chris, you are up next with your fresh get. What do you got?
All right, let's stick with the theme of amazing artists. And at first I was like, oh, okay, it's dope. But then she started growing on me. Alien number 1, Peach Momoko. Again, man, it's really, just to do it justice, I'm taking it out of the bag because you guys need to.
This is rare where we do this, guys. This is very rare. That is nice. Look,
she gets so much hate, and I know some of her stuff is better than other, but I just love what she. You know what this reminds me of is I forget the artist's name, but the band Tool used in artists on a lot of their cover work, and it reminds me of like some Tool artwork, cover art or album artwork, but. I love what she does with the compositions, with the spirals in the back. It's just amazing.
By the way, Chris, my buddy Dan Mills is asking you to share some more of your art. He is a big fan, as we all are. No, that Peach Momoko, that doesn't look like a traditional Peach Momoko. Maybe it's because of the character she's drawing there, it's aliens, but that looks really, really, really nice. That's a great pickup right there. Before we get into my third one, we're jamming through this, guys. Joe G, good friend of the show, Joe G. He got new X-Men 128. This is the first appearance of Phantom X. He says, something tells me this will be a popular character. I mean, yeah, he's one of those below the radar characters that feels like he's about to break out. I don't know what you guys think, Phantom X. Again, below the radar kind of X-Men character that you could see definitely making it to the movie screen.
For sure.
I'm personally behind on all my X-Men reading. I have not, and it's coming from a huge X-Men fan. I have been so dry on keeping up with what's going on with the X-Men. But I will say this to Joe's point, and I have a video in the works to discuss this. When we see the X-Men in the MCU, I think Kevin Feige and team is absolutely going to surprise us with some characters that we probably wouldn't expect. So hey.
Definitely. By the way, you got another. Michelle wants to see. Oh my gosh, yes, we need to see some art from Chris. I mean, you showed us that art a couple weeks ago. It's people want more. They want more. Anyways, all right. Speaking of wanting more, we have some more to share from our audience here. We got Corcomus. Corcomus sent us in. Where are we here? Oh, Submariner, Volume 1, number 61. It's the first Dr. Hydra, the first Gremlin, the first Lazard. This book always makes me sad. This is the last Bill Everett work. He fell ill during the work on this book and died shortly after. In the letters page, they tell us not to worry. He'll be back. Bill Everett deserves more credit than he gets. He created the 616. That's an incredible story. That in the book he says, "Hey, he'll be back. Don't worry," and he just never came back. That is definitely sad. So I don't have the proper segue, but that's a nice book to have in the collection as it's his last work. All right, here we go. My third pick fresh from the comic shop. Here we go. It's along the same lines, guys. It's Suicide Squad. I found this in a dollar bin. This is another comic book shop I stopped in the Boston area, and I cannot remember. The Hall of Comics. The Hall of Comics, it's called. That's where I got this. It's not in the greatest condition, but it was $1. This is Superman number 4, the first appearance of Bloodsport. Got it for $1. I just noticed that there's some writing on there. But I love John. Dom, I don't know if you know this. I love John Byrne. I mean, look at this art. I love John Byrne. Yep. Look at Bloodsport right there. Look at his Superman is just like, I don't know. Everything John Byrne touches to me is just perfection. So anyways, first appearance of Bloodsport. I think it's like the last. I think he dies in this issue too, which is really kind of like a weird. No, he doesn't die in this issue, but it was a weird character for James Gunn to pull from. But anyways, yep, another dollar book find for.
You know what else is interesting? There. Believe it. Well, what am I telling you guys? Believe it or not, because you guys notice stuff. But for anyone watching, but there's a subsection of collectors that actually look for the broken letters on the top. Do you see how they're like broken and they're like scattered all around? As well as people who look for the broken price box on the top as well. So
interesting.
Yeah, there's actually people who collect.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. There's actually people collect like that specific thing. They look for that. It's pretty neat.
No, that's. I'm telling you, you're starting to see these subsets. Like, I mean, this is more broad, but like people collect just for covers now, right?
Yeah.
Read the insides, but that is a subset of that is kind of what you're talking about. So that's definitely fascinating. By the way, here's a segment idea, Chris.
There you go. Top 10 broken letter covers or something like that.
We could definitely do that. But also, Joseph Ball wants a segment of Chris's cover corner.
Nice.
Not bad. All right, here we go. So this is our final entry of the week for our audience. And this is Michelle from Moonlit Comics. She got this beautiful Avengers number 80, The Coming of Red Wolf. First appearance and origin of Red Wolf and Lobo. After picking up Marvel Spotlight 1, She says most of the 9-issue series on Red Wolf. I was happy to come across this book. This character is pretty awesome, and I love this cover by John Buscema. I mean, John Buscema, absolute legend. Anything he touches, it just feels classic. It absolutely feels classic. Good pickup, Michelle. Keep picking those books up. You are all over the place with those pickups. You got each and every week. She had this Mike Zeck collection with a poster last week. Secret Wars. Quite impressive. The collection she does have. All right.
That is
Who's up next? Dom, you're up next, man.
I think I am. But check out Planet Arizona Comics saying she loves logo destruction covers. See?
I mean, I guess, yeah, you're right. This is a logo destruction cover.
There you go. Right? See? Has its own name and everything.
Got the issue number and the price right there and the comics code.
There you go. Knocked across.
Yeah. All right, Tom, you are up, man. You are up. What do you got for your fourth pick of the week?
I'm a sucker for number one issues, I guess. And I just thought this was cool, especially because the edition was sweet. Shogun Warriors, a first issue. I wish they had worked them. I mean, there's some minor work in, but I wish there was more work in with MCU. But you never know what the future holds in store. So, dude, that has a cult following, I would say.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say that book has a cult following.
It definitely does. It's such a cool cover, like just the way it's standing like that and the flames in the background. It's just
definitely. I think Giga did a cover swipe of that recently. Corkum he's a fan right there as well. Yeah. So that's a great pickup, Dom. Where'd you find that?
Same place.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, bulk deal. Just thrown in, like I said, for $1.
That book was $1?
That book was $1.
It's not going for $1. That is definitely going for way more than $1.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
I'll try and check that out. That's a great find. All right, Chris, what do you got for your fourth pick of the week?
All right. I do have a book, but since everyone's, it's just in such high demand Chris's Corner, Art Corner, whatever. So, okay, I got an exclusive. You guys are going to get a sneak peek in an exclusive that's not finished yet. All right, but it's a wraparound. It's a Journos exclusive wraparound cover. Civil War.
Oh, look at that.
You got Team Cap on one. Here, let me get, because you can't
Back
see
it
Tony.
Up. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. You got Team Cap, and then on the back you got Team Tony.
Don't move it. It's hold
on. There we go. There's Tony right there, and you see Black Widow behind Tony, just the outline, and Ant-Man is in this picture. Ant-Man is on Cap's shield. I don't know if you can see him, but he's there.
I don't see. You're gonna have to load this up, and we'll have to share it on the Comic Book Canon Instagram. That's beautiful though. Look at Winter Soldier looks badass, man.
Yeah, it does. That's amazing.
That's really, really good. Yeah, you're getting some props here. Chris, can I be your agent? Dan's wondering. Cartham is loving that as well. Joe G, Steve Bradley, all loving it. As are we. Good job. Is that your fresh get? Is that what you're sharing?
Oh no, I got a book.
Here we go.
Don't mind me cheating and breaking the rules.
Here we go.
All right. I'm on a theme. I always say I don't collect variants, but like I said, if I can go after the theme here isn't variants. It's all about the art. It's all about the artist, because I got another cover B variant, and I believe this is a Matina cover, if I'm not mistaken. Joker #1 again.
Ooh,
just
that, man.
Such
that looks
beautiful
creepy
work.
That definitely looks creepy. That's a nice cover right there.
Wow.
Have you read Joker #1? I haven't read that yet.
I haven't. I am. It's on my to read list, but I haven't. I just got these like 2 days ago, and I haven't read. To be honest, I haven't read anything this week.
I got the State of Comics Neil Adams one. But yeah, anyways, all right, moving on. Here we go. Here is my fourth pick of the week, my fresh pick. I got this again, Hall of Comics, outside of Boston. I cannot remember the exact town, but this is another dollar book, guys. Chris, you're going to recognize this one. Most of you are going to recognize this one, actually. This is Avengers West Coast number 62. Nice. Chris, you know this one.
Oh, yeah.
Got it for $1.
No way.
Needs a little help.
Wow.
Needs a little help. I mean, I think a press would benefit from a press, but it's in pretty good condition, actually. I haven't had a chance to even look close. Yeah, there's a little bit of, kind of somebody ate their dinner or something down there, but other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. All right, that is my 4th pick of the week. Dom, you are up.
Okay, before I show I just want to give a shout out, especially since Godzilla and Kong just came out. I just showed the Shogun Warriors book, and there was just a mention in the chat to the Shogun Godzilla with the flame shot, and I actually have a 1970s original Shogun Godzilla with the flame right there. There you go. He's bringing the fire right now for all these fire covers on the channel. There he is right there. Awesome. He's got that little back. I mean, this thing's in incredible condition. And for those of you who don't know, if you've never seen one before, you press this little button down. I won't do it now because it'll break the screen. It shoots out like fast. Like this thing goes flying through the room. It's insane. And by the way, just a little thing, because people try to complete these, this tail comes off. If you find this tail, which just looks like a big pickle, you can sell the tail on eBay for about $75 to $100. Just this tail. Yeah, the hand, if you find the hand, because the hand gets lost all the time, you could sell the hand for like $100. So the parts also sell. You don't have to have the whole thing. So,
dude, that was one of my favorite toys. I remember my parents getting that for me.
Yeah, and he's got wheels on the bottom too. Yeah, and
I remember I broke off that red thing in the back. I remember that, but I do remember shooting that fist at my brother all the time in his face. Like no doubt, that thing hurts.
Yeah,
that thing hurts. He was not happy. I was not a good
very imposing. So
I was not
to bust that out. Okay, so since Chris brought a creepy comic book out, I am going to bring a creepy one out as well. This is Francesco Mattino variant cover. Now this is from Deceased at number 3. So this is like, I think 2019. This is a couple years old, but it was just laying out there with all the new comics. So I picked it up as a variant cover. And, I love picking up Wonder Woman stuff because she just is so collectible. There's so many people out there that they'll buy anything Wonder Woman. But this was a little weird buy for me because, of course, she looks creepy and ghoulish, and Zombie does not look like a, the traditional Wonder Woman. But I decided, since it was so off the wall, I just decided to pick it up because I know someone's going to want this. It's a good double dipper. You get into the, people who like, the zombie, death type of stuff and Wonder Woman combined into one. So I thought it was a cool cover. That is
a great looking cover. No doubt. It's Matina, right?
Yeah.
No doubt. Hey, I just wanted to touch base on your Shogun Warriors number 1. Just looked it up. But at 9.8, it's $122. Raw comic just sold yesterday for $19.75.
Yeah.
I mean,
not bad.
Yeah, you got it for $1. You did all right.
Yeah,
absolutely did all right.
Sure.
Also, I just got to say one more thing about that Godzilla. It just brought back memories. I haven't thought about that thing in forever, but I totally remember it being way bigger than it looks right now. I know you're a large person, a large human being at 6'6", but I remember that thing being like a monstrosity of me trying to carry that thing around as a kid.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is pretty imposing back there. Look at him.
Definitely. And King Kong right on the other side of your head.
Yeah, we got this is a modern one though, but this is a modern Khan though. But this one looks more like what you see in the movie, but he is pretty badass.
That's great, man. That is fantastic.
Yeah, so I got a Dalek back there and everything. So I keep them down here. I need to have someone guard the treasure. So who better than Godzilla and Kong?
Done. You don't need it. Yeah, you don't need a dog. You don't need an alarm system in your house. You're all good.
No,
good.
I have a Shih Tzu named Daisy, and trust me, she's not guarding any treasures.
Yeah. I saw, she's cute. She got like sweaters and stuff. Or no, she had like
Right. No Rottweiler, Pitbull, or anything like that.
Yeah. All right, Chris. Last pick of the week. Fresh from the comic shop. What do you got?
All right. I've been modern artist, variant heavy, but we gotta go.
Here we go.
Old school Silver Age goodness here. And that's X-Men number 18, really early X-Men book, really nice looking condition. It does have the subscription crease there though. I'm going to give it a press. Haven't pressed it out yet. It does have a little bit of a tape pull here as well. So
that's a great book.
Yeah, X-Men number 18. You got some Magneto action there.
That's a great early X-Men book, man. Yeah. That is nice. I have a question here though. That's just going to ruin everything with it. What the hell is what's Magneto doing to Iceman? Like honestly, like do his powers work on ice too? Like what's he trying to do? Yeah. Well, maybe he's using his magnetic field to cause magnetic friction to melt Iceman. That's a stretch. That's an absolute stretch, but I appreciate the effort in there. You guys in the comments, let us know what's happening there in that one right there. All right, guys, I am going to close out Fresh from the Comic Shop for this week. And guys, I think this is going to, I guarantee you, near and dear to all of our hearts here. I guarantee you. I haven't even brought that up with you guys, but there is a Snake Eyes movie coming sometime soon. Actually, I believe it's fall of 2021. And it is completely under the radar. I really believe people should start looking at G.I. Joes, start picking those up. They're very collectible as it is right now, especially a lot of Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow issues. But the two movies sucked that came out before. Let's hope that they're gonna get on a better trend here and maybe kickstart a new G.I. Joe franchise. There's been rumors about an Amazon series, Lady J. We'll see. But I've been looking for this issue specifically. And this another shop out of Boston. I cannot remember what this one is called, but I have been looking for this one specifically. This is G.I. Joe number 14, the first appearance of Destro. Sorry. Oh, hold on. The first appearance of Destro. It's not newsstand. It's direct, but still. It was $3. I got this for $3, guys. $2.95. So I'm happy with this, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. I'm thinking G.I. Joe you're going to want to start looking out for G.I. Joes. I really think that is the way to go here. Again, it's not on anybody's radar, this series, or actually this film, not much talked about, but there is a Snake Eyes film, and it's going to be delving into the history of Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. I know Snake Eyes really doesn't have much to play in here, but you're going to want those issues in the 20s with Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow specifically. Anyways, that is my fresh pick of the week. I want to hear your guys' thoughts though. Is it time to start looking at G.I. Joe?
I definitely think it is time to start looking for G.I. Joe. In fact, I actually just got up while you were doing that.
I know. I was stretching. Yeah. I saw you go. I didn't want to come back, you not being there, so I was stretching. Right. I kept talking about the same thing.
It reminded me of something because I just a couple weekends ago, I sourced a long box of comic books from a guy I bought some trade paperbacks from a week prior, and there was a lot of G.I. Joe in there, and I, like 90% full long box bagged and boarded. So I bought that for $40, but then he had something else that we negotiated a deal for. This is incredible. Wait till you see this.
All right, here we go.
G.I. Joe 155 with the subscription card inside in the back. This thing is in incredible condition. The guy had it. He put it in the bag and board like decades ago, never took it out since. It's been in there. So I actually have this one up right now. I wound up buying it for $60. That's what we worked in. So I got this plus all the other comics for $100. And so I have this one up on eBay right now for $300 with the best offer. I've got like 5 watchers on it, and I'm open to negotiating. So I have, well, I'll probably lower the price a little bit, and then we'll see what happens with it. But the crazy book.
That is absolutely. I mean, again, it's continuing in the G.I. Joe conversation. It seems like a lot of people are agreeing with us that G.I. Joe would be a smart thing to start jumping into before those get super hot again, because this is all cyclical, guys. It's all cyclical. You got peaks and valleys with these properties, and I'm telling you, as of right now, I think that the Snake Eyes film is supposed to come out in the fall of this year. So we'll see. We shall see.
You know,
Right.
I think another thing too with GI Joe, and I used to find GI Joes in 50-cent and dollar bins often, and that's not happening much anymore.
Yeah.
And I think two things really. I mean, let's not even talk about films or TV shows. Those don't need to happen. Are they going to help? Absolutely. But
You're right.
I think this, as well as like the Marvel Transformer series, is having the same effects, where these are really, well, more with GI Joe, because that came out first. I mean, those are Bronze Age books. That issue 14, that's a Bronze Age book. They're getting older. And another thing that's happening right now is that the majority of probably deep pocket collectors are somewhere around our age. And we are now at this point to where we're collecting comics. We're going back and wanting to collect the older comics as they get older. And what else do we want to pay attention to? Nostalgic value. And we are extremely nostalgic on our GI Joe and Transformers in these types of properties. So I think those things right there are already gradually increasing the prices of these GI Joe books. If we get these properties announced and then we get actual good movies or TV shows out of them, then it's going to add that extra variable to keep pushing these books up.
You're so right. You're so right. By the way, I think Como Comics has you beat, Dom. I've only ever seen one copy of 155, and I bought it for 25 cents.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely beat me on that one.
I mean, P. Keel bought his 8 years ago for $60.
Yeah, crazy.
So,
they didn't
anyways,
make many 155s.
What's that?
They didn't make many 155s.
No, I mean, that was towards the end of was that the last issue?
Yeah, it's the last issue. And
I mean,
what really increases the value on that, just so if people see it, is that subscription card inside. It's kind of analogous to the tattoos, And
Yep. Here's another good call from Joe G. Is ROM and Micronauts. Start looking into that as well.
Yep.